my September recap. Just ignore the crappy lighting. I wanted to change of scenery. I'm getting a bit tired of the pink wall, and I'm sure you guys are too. So I just moved into here. Last month's recap was a little bit strange. I had to do it like way early instead of at the end of the month like normal because I went on vacation, and I did say that I was going to sum that up in this month recap, so I'm really excited to do that for you guys and also talk about the work that I did last month and the work that I'll be doing next month a little bit and whatever else I've been up to. Honestly, nothing really crazy, but I am really excited to tell you guys about that vacation. And I am also super excited for next month. October is always the craziest, funnest month for me, so that'll be really nice. But I don't know, should we just get right into this, I guess? I'm gonna start with the Florida trip, and then just work my way into all the other stuff. So Florida, there's a lot to talk about there. So driving there, it was okay. So we did like the road trip. It's like almost 20 hours of driving or something to get there and like 20 hours to get back or something crazy like that. So it was a lot, and it was a very packed truck. The drive there, it was full of excitement though. We all just really wanted to get to Florida and get to our resort and everything, and yeah, it wasn't bad. One thing I will comment on though is we stayed in like the shittiest, cheapest motels, and it was slightly traumatizing because I've never done that or had that experience before. So I went in with an open mind. I was like, this is gonna be fun. It's just like for the night until we get back on the road. But they were pretty atrocious. Like the one we stayed in didn't even have carpet in the hallways. Like everything was ripped up, and then there was like bugs in the rooms. Like they were dead, but it was like still disgusting. So that was like traumatizing a little bit. We did stay in one really, really good one though. It was really cute, and it had a balcony and a pool and everything. That one was really good. But yeah, it was not the greatest little motels. But then when we got to the resort, we had this beautiful, beautiful house. It had like 7 bedrooms or something crazy. Me and my boyfriend had our own room and own bathroom, and it had a gorgeous kitchen. It had 2 living rooms. So that was really, really nice actually. And it even had like themed rooms for the kids, and they loved it. So yeah, that was nice to get home to every single night on the vacation after all of the craziness of the days. So now let's get into the fun stuff. So we went to Disney. Cat number 2. So we went to Disney, and we went to Animal Kingdom first, and that was really, really fun. I think I cried like 3 separate times because there was a show about like birds, and it was like trained birds and everything like that, and then they started talking about how the one they had was like going extinct, and I just started bawling my eyes out. I can't help it. I'm really sensitive, but it was an amazing show, and all the rides were pretty fun. And then we also went to Epcot, and that was amazing. That's what I was looking forward to the most. So when I was little, I went to Disney all the time, and it was so fun. But Epcot, I feel like you can't really appreciate it as much as a little kid, because it's all just like, oh, buy more food, have alcohol, this, that, whatever, travel around the world. And as a kid, you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever, where's the rides, right? But now that I'm grown, I really got to enjoy it. I bought a crepe in France. I actually cried in Epcot a lot too. I cried like 5 times. I cried on the Ratatouille ride. I cried on the stupid garden ride, Living with the Land. And that's like the weirdest ride in all of Disney, I swear to God. It's literally like a boat that goes through their greenhouse where they grow all their food. And for some reason, that has been my favorite ride at Disney since I was like little. And for everyone else, that's like the most boring ride there. But it has such a special place in my heart. I'm sure if you've watched my other videos, you know that I'm obsessed with plants, so that's been consistent through my whole life. But I got on that ride and I was just crying because I love it so much. It's so beautiful. and really, really cool to see that they grow some of their own food that they cook with. So yeah, that was like the highlight of my trip, honestly. All happy tears this whole time, but it was a bit ridiculous. I'm a grown woman and I was at Disney just like bawling my eyes out. But it was so fun. We also went to Universal, and unfortunately that wasn't as good. Universal was a little bit disappointing, honestly. I feel like we didn't plan it out well enough. We definitely should have got fast passes because there was no way that we were going to get everything done that we wanted to. And then it also started raining. That was horrible. It was horrible. So we paid for both parks because we wanted to go to both parks. And then we pretty much only got to go to one. And it was fun. It was good, whatever. But like, we were exhausted by the end of the one park. And then we decided to take that Hogwarts Express to the other park. Which was a mistake, honestly. We could have gotten there a lot faster if we had just walked or whatever. But I was like, oh, I want to go on the Hogwarts Express. It's part of the experience. Felt really guilty about saying that afterwards, though, because it said the wait time was like 30 minutes, and then it ended up being like 3 hours. Like, I'm not even over-exaggerating. Like, it was like multiple hours to wait, even though the wait line said 30 minutes. And I definitely would not have said, let's take the stupid train if I knew it was going to take that long. So I probably should have known better, but yeah, that really sucked. So we spent a ton of our day just waiting in line for that dumb train, and then we got to the other park, and then the first Harry Potter ride that we wanted to go on, they didn't have free storage lockers, which I thought was just kind of a slap in the face. Really didn't love that. If I'm already paying for both parks and all this, that whatever, why do I have to pay for these storage lockers when everywhere else in the park has free storage lockers? So that I was just really pissed about. We just skipped that ride. And that was pretty much all we got to do in that second park. It was really, 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 like, not fun. We did do, like, one, like, spinning ride, like the ones where you, like, twist it yourself and you go super fast. That one was fun, but, like, really disappointing that that was literally all we got to do in that other park. Especially because I had been to Universal one time before, and it was so amazing. I really loved it. I think I was, like, 8 years old or something. I wanted to go on the Hulk coaster so freaking badly, and this time I was like, that's the one thing I'm gonna do. That's the one thing I want to go to Universal to do, is go on this stupid Hulk coaster, because I've been wanting to since I was like 8 years old. It's on my bucket list. And then that didn't end up happening. So I was really, really upset about that. That was the main reason I wanted to go to Universal, was for the stupid Hulk coaster, and then it rained so I couldn't go on it. So I guess I'll have to go back again. But next time I go to Universal, I'm definitely going to plan it out a lot better and actually get to have fun like I want to, and not just kind of go with whatever the group's doing. So I think I mentioned that. I might not have, but my whole vibe going into this trip, I'm like a major control freak, and I told myself, let it all go and just go with what the group wants to do and try and have fun and just relax for once. And in the end, I'm not sure if that was a good idea or a bad idea. I think it was nice to be able to relax and just go with the flow, but in the end, not being able to do the stuff that I specifically wanted to do was kind of frustrating. So definitely in the future, I'm going to be the one planning the vacations. So those were like the big main things that we did, was Disney and Universal, of course, but our resort, our house resort, whatever it was so beautiful. I already talked about that. We actually had a pool in our yard, which was really nice to have, like a little private pool to go in every night to end the day. Even though it was storming every night, so we just had to be on the lookout for lightning. But no one got struck, so I'd say we did an okay job with that. We still got to enjoy the pool. Also, there was like a water park, and that was kind of fun. I don't usually like water parks because I don't like being around people, and like they're always crowded and there's so noisy and just don't love it. But it was actually really nice. It wasn't too busy, and they made amazing drinks. There was this one bartender, and she was amazing at her job. She got hella tips. Yeah, I think I just got like a virgin pina colada or something, but it was so good. Also, there was a lot of lizards. That's one of my favorite things about Florida is all the lizards. You don't see lizards ever in Canada, okay? So I know they're like pests or whatever if you're local, but I thought it was so fun and so cute. And they always make me happy. Oh, we also ate like a ton of great food. I said I had a crepe at Epcot. But even just, we went grocery shopping and we bought like a ton of groceries so we could cook a lot of good meals at the house, and that was amazing. And then we also ate out a lot too, because of course, we're on vacation, of course we're gonna eat out. I went to Olive Garden and stole a bunch of breadsticks, obviously, because that's just what you do when you go there. We went to like a buffet at one point that I'd never been to, and that was pretty good. Yeah, there was like a ton of stuff that we got up to. We ate really good. We took care of ourselves. But the vacation went super, super fast. Overall, we were only gone for a week, and that included the driving. So I think we had like 4 days of relaxation. But then the drive back was not so fun. Again, with the shitty, cheap motels. The one day I actually woke up at 4 a.m. I think it might have even been a bit earlier than that, because there was someone just slamming on all the doors. They were just slamming the doors, and there's like, I don't know what they were doing, but they were like slamming the doors of the motel, and then they went and they were slamming their door to their truck over and over and over again. I don't like to judge very often, but it was like a very like drug addicted area, unfortunately. Like, you could tell that was the type of people who were staying at that motel, and smell it, and just like all that unfortunate stuff. But it was really scary when you're in a place that you don't know and you find yourself surrounded by people in that situation. It can be freaky when you don't know what's going on. So waking up at 4 a.m. to a bunch of doors slamming and thinking someone was trying to break into our room was really terrifying, and I couldn't go back to sleep after that, and I pretty much told everyone, I was like, no, we're going right the frick now. Like, I'm not staying here. I don't care that it's 4 a.m. We're starting the drive home right now, because I'm not dealing with this shit. So that wasn't the most pleasant, but it is what it is. That is what happens when you try and save some money staying at cheap places, so probably should have expected that, but I wasn't expecting it to be that bad, so that really sucked. And then tension was really high in the car on the drive home, and we actually got in a pretty big argument when we finally arrived home. I think everyone was just really, really fed up with how long the drive was and being so close to each other for so long, and I was definitely fed up at being woken up at 4 a.m. by someone slamming doors. So it was just a whole unfortunate situation, which stemmed into like a lot of other stuff. Really, really crappy way to end the vacation, but I was so glad to get back home. If you know anything about me, you know how much I hate my shitty apartment. So it's kind of saying something when you're like looking forwards to coming home to your shitty apartment. I don't know, but I was happy to see my cats. Yep, I was happy to see my cats after missing them for a week, and yeah, all that. So the vacation, it was pretty good, but also not that good. But yeah, it was just best of both worlds, I guess. I'm happy for the experience. I'm really glad I got to go. And yeah, but now I guess I should probably move on to the rest of the month, because that was a pretty long recap of the vacation. Still talking about like fun stuff. When we got back home, we've been going up north to see our family a little bit. So we've been to the beach a couple times. We went to like this meat festival thing. I don't eat meat, I'm a vegetarian, but my boyfriend's a huge carnivore, so I definitely show up to support him. He's always so obsessed with all the food he gets there. I got like a poutine or something, and it was severely disappointing. It was a place that was like promoting that they sold poutine, and they didn't even use cheese curds. If you're American, you probably don't even understand what I'm talking about, but it was just made completely wrong, and it was so disappointing. But yeah, it wasn't about me anyway, so it was fine. I was there to let my boyfriend enjoy his carnivore fantasies, I guess. I don't know. And then we also have started considering that we might build a house. If you've been around for a while, you'll know that I'm in this shitty apartment because the banks didn't want to approve us for a loan for a house or anything like that because we're so young. It was a whole complicated, crappy situation. So we've just been waiting in the meantime, but the opportunity has kind of arose that we can maybe build a house. So I'm really, really hoping that we get to do that. I don't know, it just depends on how things go, but fingers crossed for that. And now it's kind of time for me to move on to work. So like I said, it wasn't really a crazy month or anything like that with all that fun stuff. That was pretty much all I did, because work has been taking up a ton of my time. I offered to help out at my in real life job at the sex store. I offered to pick up a couple shifts here and there because one of the stores was struggling, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'll help out. That's no problem. I have a pretty open schedule considering I make my own schedule for filming, so I was like, whatever. And then they scheduled me like every single day of the week, and that really wasn't cool. They didn't ask me if I could take those shifts or anything like that. They just kind of threw them at me and hoped for the best, I guess. So that was really frustrating when I'm going out of my way to help someone and they just take advantage of that. But that's pretty much the whole vibe of working at the sex store. I honestly can't wait to quit. As much as I love it, it's just not worth my time, in my opinion. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, so I've been working a ton. I'm also really not used to working closing shifts. Me and my boyfriend go to bed at like 8:30, and yeah, closing shift at a sex store isn't... Anyway, it's not my ideal. I like working my opening shift, but it's just for the 2 weeks. I only helped out for 2 weeks, and then I said I can't help out anymore. I'm gonna lose my mind. So thankfully, that's fine. I've still been able to get all my filming and everything done, but I was just really irritated that that situation happened. I offered to help out, and then you scheduled me for a ton of shifts that I never agreed to, and then on top of that, there was a ton of issues with the schedule where they asked me for certain ones, and then in the calendar, they scheduled me for different ones, so it was just a lot of back and forth, and then I still didn't get a clear answer. I actually had to talk to an employee to figure out what my shifts were instead of the manager at the time, so that was really, really, really frustrating. Whatever, I'm not gonna go on about it, because I'm gonna quit soon. So yeah, so that does mean, unfortunately, adult store stories will be coming to an end sooner rather than later, but I still have a lot saved in my phone to tell you guys about. I haven't done one of those episodes in a while, so I might have to do that next month. But yeah, so that's been a lot. And then I did mention October is like my crazy busy month, so I'm trying to prepare for it. I've got a lot of really big plans for October that I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited for it too. I always do Halloween stuff, birthday stuff, so it's really exciting. And I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Speaking of, I do have a Halloween costume incentive. I did share that a while ago. If you buy me something off of my Halloween Amazon wish list, you'll get pictures and everything in the costume or whatever it is that you buy me, and I will also use it to do hub content or whatever that I end up doing. I haven't had any takers on that yet, and like, I get it, but I would be super appreciative if anyone is interested. It's really fun for me too. I try and make it fun for you guys, but I get it, it's fine. I still have a ton of costumes anyway. There's gonna be no lack of Halloween content regardless. Also, I don't know if this is sad news or whatever, but Forever for Your Pleasure, I will be taking a break for next month, so I have some extra time on my hands, so I'm not worried about that. And then I'll be starting season 2. That doesn't really mean anything because my episodes are kind of individuals anyway, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to take a break and then like start it fresh again. So go and re-listen to all those old episodes, and I don't know, yeah, give me ideas for next season. I'm really excited about it. I do need a little break from it though. But this month I had 2 episodes. One was called Bad Day, and I think I said this, but I hope when you listen to it, it made your bad day better. I really liked that one actually. And I also had Man vs. Machine, which was kind of cool. Not so much man versus machine, but man works with machine. But that doesn't have the same ring to it. But I hope you guys liked both of those episodes. And like I said, give me ideas for when the new season starts, because, yeah, I'm trying to get everyone excited about the podcast. It's just a podcast, but I like reading my little dirty fantasy stories and pretending that we're in it together, and I think it's a good concept, okay? Give it a chance. I also did some brand collabs, so I did, on YouTube and on the Hub, I did a Tantally collab again with one of their dolls, Serena, and it's a transgender doll, so I thought that was really, really fun and really unique, and I really loved that opportunity. I think I made some pretty good content with it. And then I also had a Big Shocked collab again, and it's a tentacle toy, which was so cool. I've been wanting one of those for so long, and I also really loved the content I made with that. I hope you guys did too. I do hope you guys like my brand collab content, because I have a lot of fun with it. I know it might seem like it's just like an ad or something like that, but I think of it as an opportunity to educate you guys about something I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to without the brand reaching out to me. And it also just gives me more content for the Hub and everything that, again, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do without the brand reaching out to me. So really, really cool that way. And then another really big thing that I did was my official website. I'm so excited about it. Hopefully you guys watched that video. I had it set to a premiere, which was really cool. I've never done something like that before. I don't know if it worked or if it got anyone excited about it. But yeah, I was really happy about that. I put in a lot of work to make that website functional, and it was a whole thing, but it's still a work in progress. There's still a lot of work to be done, but it's all me. I'm the one doing everything on there. I'm listing everything. If there's anything you want to see on it, please let me know, because I'm open to suggestions, and if you want to buy something that I don't offer, I'd love to do that for you. I'm here to please. Let me please you. But yeah, I was so excited about it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. Banaqwa forever. I think it's really cute. I'm really proud of myself. It makes me feel like a professional. But yeah, that's pretty much all for my month recap. Kind of exciting, kind of not. You tell me. But I'm happy to get to share all this with you guys, and I can't wait for next month. October's gonna be a huge deal. I hope you're looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks for watching.